this what's the name is tripping. I've been sitting up here fighting with this green screen. It keeps saying that the green is having an error. I'm gonna try this one more time. I just pinned the link to the top of the chat. You can hear it in my voice. I'm frustrated right now. First of all, I just got back from taking the boys. I just set up my live stream, and then this doggone thing keeps saying there's an issue with the green screen. I'm gonna try this one more time. Now I'm trying to refresh the page. I'm trying to restart my browser. Okay, there we go. It's working now. It's working now. Okay, we in now. We in now. Here we go. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. If this is your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbit, I'd like to say welcome. If it's not your first time tuning in, I still want to say welcome and give you a nice hearty, well, thank you for always pulling up and hanging out with me and my homeboy Spidey, who's over there chilling by the window. If you don't know who I am, my name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr. I get on Al Gore's internet every single day. And we just talk about the price action, dealing with the S&P 500, the SPY, the SPX, the ES futures, if you will. We just talk about the price action every single day because I want to let people know what a full-time trader would do in almost any situation. I'm not always right. I'm not always wrong. It's all about looking at the price action and finding the most probable direction the market is going to go at that point in time. If you're a day trader, if you're a swing trader, if you're a long-term investor, you can benefit from hanging out with us here in the gang. Because guess what? It's all for the free 99. That's it. That's the spiel bill for the day. All I ask that you do is hit the like button because I ain't promoting this on no other social media. And the only way other cousins like yourself are going to see this information is if you hit the like button. Because the algos will be like, oh, they like that. Let me show it to other people. Other people may benefit from this. Hey, before we go see who in the chat, let's pull up an instance of Al Gore's internet. I should have did this when I was pinning that comment in the chat, but I was a little frustrated because the green screen was not working. And I want y'all to see my beautiful abode. I want y'all to see my library. Where we at? Oh, there we go right there. Oh, Libby. I got to watch that. But Libby, I love Libby. But Libby, Libby off the chain. If you go to the video that you're watching right now, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 links that I feel that would be very beneficial to anyone that pulls up the Tim's Tidbit, don't understand what we do, or anybody that pull up the Tim's Tidbit and understand what we do. These 4 links right here, especially this 4th one right here, the one that says support my son music, that's the most important link in this description right here. I need to put that first, right? Click on that and go support my son's music. Stream Banjo by my son. That's his album. Il Jodem. That's my son there. Stream his music, Banjo. Support my son music. 15-year-old kid, good guy. Don't get in no trouble, except for when he don't do his homework. But other than that, good kid. Hey, see the first link says, watch the new ICT Concepts Explained Lingo playlist. What that playlist is, this is 8 videos where if you click on it, you'll see it's 8 videos where I go through and I break down the lingo that you would need to understand to be able to trade ICT's concepts, right? Right? Hey, Robinson, cool it. All y'all that already know this, shut up. Move out the way. I'm talking to the people who don't know this, right? There's 8 videos where I break down the lingo that you need to understand to be able to trade the ICT concepts, right? I'm not trying to take credit for it. I'm not saying I know it better than anybody else. What I did is I took the lingo, I gave it to you the way ICT say it straight off his slides. Then I gave it to the way that I understand it, and I showed you how it looks. Introduce you to all the different PD arrays that you need to understand to be able to trade his concepts. If you click on any one of the videos, don't matter which one, Let's click on order blocks today. Click on any one of the videos. If you go to the description, it says download slides, right? If you click download slides, you see there's a Google Drive folder and you can download all of the slides. Well, Tim, wait a minute. You said it was 8 videos, but it's 16 slides. You're bright and you're right, because part 2 is out now. If you go back to the other link, the second link in the description, right? You go to the second link in the description, it says, watch the new ICT Concepts Explained Price Action Playlist. Y'all heard that? Price Action Playlist, right? If you click on that, that's part 2. If you notice, the names look pretty much the same. It says mitigation block, break, their order blocks, everything. It looks the same. Well, this playlist is me walking you through the price action, reading the candles, if you will, reading the tape, if you will, and explaining how I go about finding the different PD arrays in the price action, right? So you start with the lingo to get an introduction to what it is. Then you go to the price action playlist to see how to find them in price action. And then you start to back test and go find as many instances as you can in price action to get familiar with finding the different PD arrays. It's broke down so that if you want to just be a fair value gap trader, you'll start with the lingo playlist. What's a fair value gap? Go to the price action playlist, see how to find fair value gaps in price action. And then part 3 is coming. It's going to be the strategies playlist. The purpose for this video series is just to give you an introduction to the ICT concepts that I trade. That's all I trade, using ICT concepts, where if you just, it's stripped down. So you can look at them all, or you can look at the one you want to trade. Then you go and you draw up you a model and you back test and trade to your heart's content. All of the fluff, all of the Tim just talking about crazy stuff, all of the Michael, aka ICT, talking about crazy stuff, is just the meat and the potatoes of what you need to understand, a part of what you need to understand to be able to trade his concepts. Now, the discipline and the narrative and the bias and all of that, that's on you to be able to still understand the narrative, still determine the bias. But this is just giving you the bare bones of what you need to be able to trade the ICT concepts, set up your own model, and then take your knowledge of being able to analyze the market and say, okay, it's time for me to use these concepts to get into a trade or get out of a trade and all of that. That's what it is. That's the purpose of it. And it's for the free 99. So you won't spend your money on a course that you don't need. Because guess what? Come here. Yeah, you, the new guy in the back trying to hide. Come here for a second. You already know everything you need to know to be able to trade, buddy. You just don't know that you know it yet. Now, back to our regular scheduled program. What's happening, y'all? Let's see who in the chat, man. Let's see who in the chat. 10 minutes in, and we ain't said nothing. Well, 9 minutes in. Michelle Tucker. What's up, Michelle Tucker? How you doing? Here to learn and share. Good morning to you. Say it with me, Michelle. The birds are chirping. Tweet, 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 tweet. What's going on, Otis? What's happening? Hey, the link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. The purpose of the link is if anybody has a question, anybody want to pull up and ask a question. Hey, you new guy, come back over here. This is the secret to the link right here. This link right here. See that link right there? The secret to this link. This is the way you can get you a free one-on-one session. If you're on the live and you click that link right there, you can pull up and ask any question you want to ask. Any question. This is the secret to getting a free one-on-one right here. There you go. Just don't pull up and let no birds out of the cage. What's up, Laverne? What's up, Seawalk? I don't even understand how a Seawalk walk. Hey, what's up, Seawalk? Good morning, Anna and Elsa. You're so beautiful, and I can see you jump off the ground. Hey, baby, look, Mendez got a new photo when the kids are looking at us. They walking toward us now. Hello, Queen. How are you? What's up, Mendez? Cool it now. Hey, watch out. Yeah, I know that. That's why I was on late trying to, it kept erroring out. So I said, forget it. I'm just going to be on there with the green screen. Cali, yo. What's happening? That's my sweetie. Hey, baby. How you doing? What's up, Pamela? What's going on? Fishbone the Great. What's happening with you? What's up, SJ? How are you doing this morning, my lady? What's going on, Chris? Lil Hawk, what it is, nephew? What's going on? What's up, Thomas? How you feeling? Pamela. I said hello to you, Pamela. Stop trying to here, Pamela. How you doing, Pamela? That's your second one. Buenos dias, Valdez. How are you? Rhonda Green. Hello, Rhonda Green. Sanjay. Wait, back up. Rhonda Green. Okay, buenos dias and guten morgen to you too. I can hablo and I can sprechen Sie. I thought you had pulled one over on me, huh? What's going on? I Millie Block on any block. What's up, Millie? What's up, Millie? What's going on, Raymond? No, that's, yeah, Raymond. Yeah. Either Raymond. Yeah, it's got to be Raymond. It ain't Ramon. Ain't no E on the end. What's up, Kyle? Kyle Skywalker. Hey, Kyle, you in it? Can the loop? You know what I'm saying? Mr. Pop that, Mr. Face Down. You in the can of Uncle Luke? Hey, man, let's get into it, man. We done said a whole bunch of nothing, but hey, Kyle, get off my screen. Oh, what's up? The Russells in here. What's going on, the Russells? How are you? What's up, T Tony? Yo, what's going on, man? Hey, let's get into it. Let's get it started. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I have not looked at my charts since last night when we did the again, Banjo by Il Jodam, now on all streaming platforms. Support my son music. Hey, matter of fact, give me this link right here. Come here. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. That if you got Apple Music, stream my son music. I'm put the link in the chat. The link is in the chat for my son music right there. Banjo by Il Jodam. I ain't looked at the charts since last night when we did the price action recap. Do we got any news today? Let's check see if we got any news today. What's today? Tuesday? No, nothing going on. We had something at 8:30. We had international trades and goods and services at 8:30. But no more news today. Nothing of high impact. We got productivity calls tomorrow and petroleum status report tomorrow. Petroleum status report, that's pretty much going to affect like oil and energy stocks. Oil and energy stocks up 5 million% on the year. So it is what it is. Consumer credit at 3 p.m. The job numbers on Thursday. Natural gas report, PPI final numbers on Friday, and consumer sentiment on Friday. So yeah, Thursday and Friday, the job numbers, we get them every week. You know what I'm saying? And then these PPI final numbers, you know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to the PPI, CPI, most time the like the PPI, the CPI, the GDP type stuff, most time the very first, because you got the preliminary, you got the I can't remember what they call the one in the middle, and then you got the final one. Most of the time, the very first one, it's like advanced or whatever you call it. The first one be the one that's the most volatile. Then the one in the middle, you know what I'm saying? It typically, sometimes it can be more volatile if we got a lot of stuff going on, like prices are all over the place during that quarter during that time. And then the last one, when they say like final, a lot of times that one be a little more muted. But again, if everything is just all over the place, the final numbers can be volatile too. But like the first one typically be the most volatile when it comes to stuff like the PPI and the CPI, GDP, stuff like that. Like the the CPI, PPI, because it'd be like, it'd be like a quarterly type thing. Like the first one at the beginning of the quarter, it'd be like, oh, it's horrible. And then the next one, they be done digest a little bit. Then the third one, a lot of stuff when it have like the advanced something in the final exam, advanced, preliminary, final, whatever it is, it'd be like a series. And by the time they get to the final, a lot of stuff be digested. But if it was crazy during that time frame, then that final can bust you in the mouth. So you just have to be careful and watch for that. But ain't nothing popping on the news front. Since we on Al Gore's internet, let's pop over here and see how our homegirl doing. For anybody who's new, hey, Il Jodam, you on my screen too long. Now get down. Anybody who's new here and don't know who our homegirl Spyleen is, well, we're going to introduce you now because we wrote a song for her. You want to hear it? Here it go. Spyleen, where you at, baby? Here I go. Hey, how you doing? I'm glad that you came through. Let's see what you gonna do. Spyleen, we about to get a teeny tiny gap up. About 40 cent. Roughly 40 cent gap up if price stays where it is right now. As you see, yesterday we came down and took out Friday's low on the SPY. We got below the weekly equilibrium, and right now on the SPY, the weekly equilibrium and the daily equilibrium are in the exact same place. So we are still in the middle of the road. We still in the middle of the road for right now, right? So the market looking like it want to, come down and head toward these weekly lows. That's what it was, giving the signs of. But bear in mind that we have a daily order block right here. If you notice on Spyleen, if you notice what I have marked out, is that I marked the entire candle for the order block, right? Sometimes I would do that if it's a little small bodied candle. Like if it's a nice beefy body candle like this red down close candle right here, I'll just highlight the body of the candle. But when it's a really small bodied candle like this right here, then I'll just incorporate that whole candle as the order block, right? Because in essence, the order block in essence for real is the order block right there. From the body to body, these consecutive down candles from the highest body to the lowest body, that's in actuality, speak Tim, the order block right there, right? And then you'll be looking at the mean threshold of the order block, right? The mean threshold of the order block, 50% of the entire order block would put you right at 397.16, right? So the mean threshold of the entire order block will put you at 397.16, which will put you right into the wick of this bottom down close candle right there. So when it's a small little down close candle like this right here, I'll just include the entire candle, unless it's like a stupid long wick. If it's a stupid long wick, then I won't do it then. But if it's like how this wick, get out of there, Phibbs. Right? Let me hide this stuff real quick so I can show y'all what I'm talking about. All right. So see how this wick is inside the body of the beefy candle, right? And then this wick right here go down, right, just below the low of that candle there. So I included that entire wick because it's like if this wick would have came up and shot like way beyond this candle right here, then I wouldn't include the entire wick. I would just go from body to body like that right there, right? I'll just go from here to there. But since this wick is inside this body here, I just included the entire candle instead of going from body to body there. That's just my preference of how I do it, because I like to kind of focus on the last down close candle. But when it's consecutive candles, then I'll include I keep in mind the consecutive candles, because that's in actuality the entire order block, right? And then if this candle, if this body of this candle was inside this body right here, just say this was an inside bar, it was inside this body right here, then I wouldn't highlight this candle. I'll just highlight the beefier candle that this is inside, right? So like if this body was up in there, even if the wick came out, if this body was up totally inside this candle right here, I would just do the beefier candle, even though it's not the last candle, because you take into account all of the consecutive candles when you're looking at the order blocks and the breakers and stuff like that. Just want to share that. I don't know why I went so in depth on that, but just want to share that again. So the mean threshold of this order block is like down here. What have I said? 397.16 right there. That's the mean threshold of this order block, which we got pretty close to yesterday. Let me put this back over here where I had it, like that. And it's acting like it wants to come get this weekly low. Will it come get it? I don't know. I don't know if it'll come get it. No, I would like for it to come get it. I would like for it to come down and get that weekly low. You know what I'm saying? And then so that we can finish out the week, you know what I'm saying, on a bullish note. You know, start the week off weak, then end strong. That's the, you know what I'm saying, that's the way of that's bullish. Everybody that know anything about trading, bullish starts weak, ends strong. Bearish starts strong, ends weak. So that's the way I like to see it trade. Let's go over here and look at the price action for the overnight. Okay, we did a whole bunch of nothing. We did a whole bunch of nothing. Like I told y'all, I had not looked at these charts since last night when we did the price action recap. So we closed, the New York closed at 4,002. Right? We pushed up. We pushed up to, last night we pointed out that this area right here where we had started to kind of consolidate right here at the split up, man, this got to get out my way. I'm finna hide this this 4-hour fair value gap right here, because it's getting on my nerve. Okay, when we had pushed back up into that 4-hour fair value gap that I just hid, this division line between the premium and the discount of the discount, that no, we're in this is the premium. This is the premium for the overall yes, we're in the premium for the overall monthly scale. So the division line between the premium and the discount of the premium, right, that happened to work out to be the equilibrium for the discount of yesterday's trading range, right? And so let me back up for anybody that I just lost, because I just lost myself. From this white line up here at the top at 40.75, and to this white line at the bottom down here at 49.87, that's yesterday's dealing range from the high to the low, right? This white line right here at 40.31, that's equilibrium for yesterday's dealing range, right? Below that line to the low, that's discount. From that line to the high, that's premium. If you break it down into quadrants, right? If you take a fib and run the fib from equilibrium down to the low, right? As you see, the equilibrium of the discount falls right in line with the equilibrium for the premium on the monthly level, right? So break yesterday down into quadrants. We've been consolidating right around the equilibrium of the discount, right? So that's why I like it. It acts like it want to try to push down and continue to go down, because we're hanging out down here in this discount, but we sat there around the equilibrium, right? So it's looking like the algos are targeting in on this dealing range right here. That's where they've been targeting in overnight, because price stayed right there at equilibrium, and you know price likes to consolidate at equilibrium. So that's how I try to get myself in tune with the algos. I see where it just seems to consolidate for a long time, and I'm like, okay, that's the equilibrium to something, and then I just go figure out that's the equilibrium to. And as of now, a lot of times you can just eyeball it, like you can kind of see that's kind of halfway in between that equilibrium and that low. So, and then you can just run fibs from there to verify it. But you know what I'm saying? Right there, it's keen to be consolidating here. So right now, this is the premium and this is the discount. So if we pop up and run this buy side above where we consolidated all night, we can very well sell off, right? Or we can pop up and hit the equilibrium on the weekly, right? Because we right there at the equilibrium of the weekly. We can pop up, hit the equilibrium of the weekly and sell off, right? That'll put us right back at the equilibrium of the day and sell off. But we can get hit with the 52 fake out and run the sell side and take off. That's why you always wait, let the market show you what it's going to do, and then look for your entry. Right? I ain't the guy that say, hey, I called it. I knew it was going to go this way, and that's where it went. Nah, I sit there, I look at the most probable direction that I think is going to go, and then I wait for the market to tip its hand. It'll tip its hand. It's going to give you some type of breaking market structure. It's going to take sell side liquidity or buy side liquidity. It's going to take the liquidity, and then it's going to go. Now, the overnight, we just set an overnight low on the 830 candle, a new overnight low. We took out the overnight low on the 830 candle, right? So we just took sell side. We hit this order block. We hit this order block a couple times overnight. We hit it once at 4 o'clock. I bounced off it, hit it again, came a little bit past the mean threshold on the 6 o'clock candle, and then on the 9 o'clock candle, we pushed past the body just a little bit, and now we're starting to push down a little bit more, pushing back toward it. The market is now actually a little down from yesterday. We had started out a slight gap up when I first started talking. The market is open. The market is open. The market is open. If you got to go trade, please trade safe. If you're going to trade, please trade safe. If you're not going to trade, please take copious notes so you can come back and study what you saw today. Again, my name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr. Thank you for tapping into Tim's Tidbits. If you're just here to hear me call out the levels and tell you what the market is going to do, you're on the wrong page, buddy. You're on the wrong page. I'm just here to discuss the price action. I'm not here to spoon feed you and give you the call outs and tell you to buy here and sell there. Nah, just discuss the price action. Tell you what I'd like to see. Tell you what I'm watching for. If you see it differently, you see it differently. People be like, Tim, you need to be nice to your viewers. I am nice. I just don't sugarcoat things. Thank you for stopping in. Hit the like button on your way out now. Bye-bye. Hey, man. But yeah, the market open. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. That's all I got on the price action. Oh, below the price, we got a 60-minute breaker just below yesterday's low. This green line below that breaker, this green dash line right here, that's the equilibrium of that 60-minute fair value gap. So that's the mean threshold. So from 4,005 down to, I can't see where it is, this mean threshold. So right here is half of it. The other half of it is down here somewhere. So that's the mean threshold of a 60-minute fair value gap. We got a 4-hour breaker just below the mean threshold of that. And then we got a daily order block just below that 4-hour breaker. Right. And then we got the weekly low below that. Right. That's about as far as I'm going. Y'all see that other hourly order block down there, but that's about as far as I'm going to talk about for right now. See, Got 27 minutes on this hourly candle. So I'm not going to count that as a swing low yet. Like I said, we just took out sell side on that 9 o'clock candle. Let's drop down to 15 minutes and see if we get any more detail. Nope, no more detail. Same old thing. Same old song. We pretty much did nothing. Like I said, we went up, still consolidating around this area, skirted across the top of yesterday's close, popped down on the 345 candle, ran out the short-term sell stops under there, pushed up, left the buy stops, did not take out the buy stops, came back down, ran the short-term sell stops again, pushed up, did not take the buy stops, came down, ran the sell stops again, and then pushed up, still have not taken the buy stops on this. We got a nice wick up on this candle, this next candle here. So we still have not taken out the buy stops. We've taken sell stops, short-term sell stops 3 times and skating across the top of this order block right here. This order block, this outlet order block seeming kind of tough. Still have not been able to break through it. Still have not been able to break through it. Got a potential rejection block right over here, because that's the lowest low of yesterday's dealing range. Keep that in mind. Got a potential rejection block right there. It's 15 minutes, so don't know how much weight it's going to hold. Right now, we're still not doing anything. Let's look at the we got some mean divergence. Why y'all ain't tell me that? Y'all should have been like, Tim, look at the divergence. Oh my goodness. Look at the 60-minute divergence, guys. The Dow is up. The NQ is dumping. The ES is the red-headed stepchild in the middle. Look at this crazy divergence. Why didn't y'all point this out to me? The NQ is hastening to try to get to those lows. Let's see. It just took out the overnight low. It looked like it's hastening to yesterday's low. The one that I was talking about on the ES, I was like, look, we may come down and take out these yesterday's lows and the weekly lows really is what I was pointing out. But the NQ is hastening to take out those lows. We did kiss the buy side right there on the NQ. The NQ did take out the buy side, just barely tapped it, and now it's dumping. The Dow still has not taken out any buy side, and the ES still has not taken out any buy side. And then now that the NQ has taken the buy side, they dumping and heading toward the sell side. And the Dow is looking like it's trying to go get the buy side. The Dow is rushing for the buy side. The NQ rushing for the sell side. And then the ES is the red-headed stepchild in the middle. Like, which way do I go? Which way do I go? Which way do I go? Oh, I'm supposed to be looking at the chat, man. I'm sorry, y'all. What's up, Robinson? Where you pulled up? Tim, can you make this explanation of Jim? Which one? I'm sorry, I was not even looking at the what time was that at 9:22? You're welcome. Okay, speaking about the order blocks breakdown using the field. Oh, okay, yeah. I'll do that. The order blocks, when I was talking about the bodies of the order blocks and all that. Okay, yeah, I do that. ICT talks about taking partials. So do you know if that's possible on NinjaTrader? Yes. For on NinjaTrader, if you got more than one contract on, right? If you got more than one contract on NinjaTrader, if you're using ATMs, on NinjaTrader, it's a little bit more complicated because it's like with the, well, it's not complicated if you're using ATMs, it's not complicated. It's I can show you better than I can tell you. I'm at a loss for words right now. Let me put it in make sure I'm in sim mode. Let me make sure I'm in sim mode, and then I can show you. Right. So boom. Let's say all right. Let me go in and make one. I'm going to make one right quick. right? So I'm gonna make one with 3 contracts, right? Yeah, that's fine. Risking 8 to get 10, right? Risking 8 points to get 10 points. That's fine, right? Well, since I'm doing 3 contracts, I'm gonna go a little bit bigger. So 40, 80, 120. Right. So 120, 40, 80, 120. All right, risking 40 to get 120, right? So that's 3 to 1. And we got 3 contracts, right? And then so the exit strategy. I ain't gonna do no exit strategy. Right. So let me see. Let me see. I ain't did this in a while. Let me see where it's at. It might be the exit strategy. It is. It's the exit strategy. Okay. So we got 3 contracts. So we're gonna do 3. So the first one, right? This way it get like kind of weird. Okay, we're gonna go 40, 80, 120, right? And then hold up, this I ain't did this in a minute. I can't remember. Hold up, no, cancel that. I ain't did it in a minute. I'm trying to remember this auto trail. I think it's in the auto trail. Yeah, it's got to be the auto trail because it's when you come out. Because if you don't do it with the what's the name, you got to go in and set it individually, right? You got to go in and set the sales individually. Let me try to remember, because this is how you move your stop loss. Profit trigger is this. Because profit trigger is just the one target. Quantity. Stop loss. Stop target. Nah, I set this up before, man. Because it's supposed to be a way you can. It's supposed to be a way you can tell it to give me one. How I got multiple things there. We dumping. I'm trying to figure this out. This is where you want the auto break even to move. I know what that is. Let's just try this. I'm gonna try to see if this is. See if this works. 20. Right. Okay, let's see if this works right here. Stop loss. No, this is a trail. That's the stop loss trail. I don't know, man. I can't remember right now. I'm about to go back and figure this out. Because I ain't did this in so long. Because I just be taking all mine off. I don't be trailing them out no more. Y'all know how I am. This drives me crazy right now. I can't stop right now. I can't stop right now. Cause this is the what's the name? It's auto break even. This got to be it. It's got to be it. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it because it's a way you can move it. I know I'm going crazy. Okay. All right, test is in there. Sell right now. No, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. But anyway, since I got it on there, I'm gonna take this off, right? And see now it don't have anything on there. So you would have to like trim them out, and you have to set how many you want to come out, and you have to do it like you know what I'm saying? You have to do it like one at a time. You have to go in and set how many that you every time I'm doing something like with somebody. Every time I'm doing something with somebody, why is this not giving me the there you go. Right there. See, you have to set like a buy, then set a buy right there. You know what I'm saying? Then set a buy because I got 3 contracts right there. You know what I'm saying? That's how you got to do it. If you don't do the auto trail, and you can set it to your profits. Like if you say, okay, this is one of my profit targets there. When we hit that, I want to get one out. You know what I'm saying? Watch it not hit it. Every time I'm doing like a test, it just hit the doggone thing. Right? See? And see, now I got the thing on, so it's I got it on an ATM strategy, so it's automatically putting it back to the ATM strategy. You know what I'm saying? Because I got an ATM strategy on. But like I got to go back and figure out how to and then took that off. And then just say it got to your next point. And then it'll take that off. And then take that off, and now the trade is closed. Right? But now let me go in and try to figure out how to redo this ATM strategy. I hate when every time I'm testing something for somebody, it just PD what? Can you add the PDR matrix list to the slides for download, please? Oh, you talking about PIMDAS? Oh yeah, I'll put that in there. I'll put it the PIMDAS in there. Every time I'm testing something for somebody, it'd be like it just like the trade always work out. Let me see if I can figure this out real quick, man. This gonna drive me crazy if I don't figure this out. And then I'll get back into the why my what is this thing doing? Hold on, this thing acting crazy. Why can't I? Okay, edit. Why is it not giving me my edit on this? See, there's nothing open. Why is it not giving me my edit? I don't know what that test one is. Let me see if I can figure this out real quick. Reverse stop limit loss. I ain't did this in so long. I can't remember how to reverse at stop or target chase limit, shadow, don't want a shadow, stop loss, take profit. Oh, you know what? I just took another one. And it that's probably why I can't do it. Cause what is this? Get out of there. Okay, we're gonna make a new one from scratch. Cause I just took another one. So that's probably why it's not letting me do it. Let me see if that's what it is. Cause it wasn't that hard. Good for day. Stop loss 40, target 120. That's it. Reverse, target chase. Stop loss, no. Stop strategy. Step 1. This is the profit target. Man, I can't remember. How to do it. I can't remember how to do it. Because it was like this right here. Like this is grayed out. Because you could set like 1, 2, and it's grayed out. I can't move it anymore. Because the target, see how the target grayed out? That didn't used to be. That didn't used to be grayed out. Because it like you should be able to change that. See, like how I can click on this one and change that. You're supposed to be able to change this target and then make it have 3 different targets down here. It'll have a target and then you can, I don't know. Once I remember, y'all know, once I figure this out, I'm going to come back and talk about this. Now I'm going to stop wasting my time getting frustrated about it right now. We came down to that, once I figure that out, I'm going to come back and talk about that. Because the way that I don't like having to like set the different, like right clicking and setting the different ones like that. I don't like doing it like that. And it like with the ATM strategy, it make it a whole lot easier. But hit the add button. Where's it? Hit the add? What's the add button? Inside the what's the name? Let's go back in now. Try this right here. Y'all know I can't leave this alone. There, right there. There you go. The add button. I wish y'all have seen that a long time ago. I knew it wasn't that hard. I'm like, it wasn't that hard. 3. Okay. I'm like, I knew it wasn't that hard. And there you go. Appreciate that, Mario. Oh my god. I'm like, man, it ain't that hard. So boom. See, like that. Boom. There you go. I'm like, it wasn't this freaking hard. There you go. Okay. Appreciate that, Mario. So now back to what I was saying. So you go in and so now we got the stop loss. Stop loss is the same for all of them. All right. Right. The stop loss, boom. There go your stop loss. And then so your profit target on this right here gonna be 40. Profit target on this right here gonna be 80. Profit target on this right here gonna be 120. Right. And then If you want to put a trail, like a strategy to move it up, right? What this is right here, this right here to move it up. When you come here, like this is if you want to move your stop loss, like once you take this first profit, right? Just say like once you hit your first profit, like this one here, you can leave that on none. And then like on the second and third one, you'll come here that says at 40, move this right here to break even, right? You'll just leave that to 0, right? At 40, move it to break even, right? And then you hit OK right there. And then you come here and say, you know what I'm saying, at 40, move to break even. You know what I'm saying? Put the same thing there. At 40, move to 0. Boom. So now there you go. So now you got a 3-tier. You taking on 3 contracts. The stop loss going to be 40 for all of them. The first one, say there. The second one there. The third one there. Now, they don't have to stay there. I'm going to hit OK. Save the template as test. Man, appreciate that, Mario. I was having a brain cramp. I'm like, what is not this hard, right? Hit OK, right? So now we got it on there. We're just going to get in. We're just going to get in right here. We're going to sell at the market. Boom. Now, see, now your stop loss is there and you got 3 exits now. You know what I'm saying? Now you can go in and set your I'm gonna go back to hourly candles so we can see more. Now you can go in and set your targets. You can say, okay, this right here, this low right, this right there gonna be farther out. This right here gonna be my second. This we gonna say this the top of this breaker gonna be my first out. The middle of this order block gonna be my second out, and then this right here gonna be my ultimate target. And then like when it get down to, if it was to get down to 8 points, if it was to get down to 8 points, then it would move this what's the name to break even. Like if it came down to 8 points, it'll move this stop to break even. And then, but you can always move the stop around manually. But you just set the exit points in the ATM, right? And then once you get into the once you actually put it on, because you never know where your target's going to be, then you just grab it and slide the targets around to where you want to shave and where you want your ultimate. But it's like you got to understand, like you can only set your ATM. You when you set your the bad part about setting the trail stop in the ATM or the auto break even is it's always going to activate at that point. So I don't like to set the auto break even, right? I like to just move my stop to break even when I want to. You know what I'm saying? Because when you set the auto break even, it's going to when it get to 8 points, it's automatically going to move it down. And see how it just turned to 2 contracts still live. Every time I'm doing an example, it works perfectly. You know what I'm saying? Now it's got 2 more left. It just took a partial just then. You see what I'm saying? And then if it got down to 8 points, this auto break even is going to move to break even automatically. That's why I don't like setting the break even in the ATM strategy. I would just don't put no auto trail or nothing in there. Just put in your exits. And shout out Mario again. Appreciate you for reminding me that is you just hit the add button, set the tier out, and then once you put your trade on, go in and slide your things where you want them to be. You know what I'm saying? Wherever you want them to be, just slide them in wherever you want them to be, and then it'll scale you out, you know what I'm saying, at your different destinations. And then once you like just say, I done hit my other targets now, and then now you can just grab your break even down, put it down to save a little bit of profit on that last runner, and then just set your runner at your what's the name, and boom. You know what I'm saying? That way now you've hit your what's names, you hit your low-hanging fruit, and then you come and oh, it just did it. It just did it. And I had already moved it. It just hit 8 points. I should have left it. It hit 8 points and it would have moved it, but I had already moved it down. You see, I just saw it hit 8 points. It would have popped that down and you could have seen what I was talking about, where it automatically move it, but I had already moved it. But once it got down to 8 points, it would have popped this thing right there to break even. I wish I would have left it up there, but it's too late now. Anyway, hopefully through all my confusion, I didn't mess you up. Tim, can you make the Ninja Trader partially expand gem as well? Yes, I will. Once I for clarity, is the ES 845 candle on the 5-minute time frame a mitigation block with the 18 candle B1 as well? Okay, mitigation blocks, 18 candle. I got to go lower to see that. So 810. 810. You said it's on Ninja Trader. So this is the 810 candle. All right, this is the 810 candle right here. So the 815 candle would be a mitigation block right here. This 815, what did you say? Oh, you said 845. You said 845. So this is the 815 candle right here. And this low right here did not break, you know what I'm saying, through these highs up here. It did not break. So this right here would be the mitigation block right there. Did that? Yeah. So this low did not break through the highs. So this 815 candle right there, that would be a mitigation block here. And then you said 845. 845. Man, we dumping. So this will be the mitigation block here. And then over here at 845. 845. No, so the 850. The 850, are we? Yeah, you like one candle off, little hope. You one can like, cause you're looking at, you said the 810 and then you said the 845, but it would be the 850 and the 815. Like the 850 and the 815. Because this low did not break that high. So this is the last down close candle right here. So it's the 850 candle right there. Right. So that's the 850 candle. And then because you asked about the 845. This is the 845 candle here, this little one. So you come down and to the low. Boom. This low come up, did not break that high. So the last down close candle is the mitigation block, right? So you come down right here, right? You come down to, and this is like a area of support right here. You come down to this is an order block. You come down to this order block. You came down to this hourly order block right here. So you came down to this support area. You blast back off right there, and then you sail through, right? When you sail through, that's your mitigation, because you came to an area of support, you rallied off, right? But you didn't break this high, and then you sold off. So that's the mitigation block right there, the last down close candle. And the same thing over here, right? This time you came down to the order block, you came to a prior low, right? That's an area of support, right? And then you had heavy reaction off of it, right? But this low did not break that high. So that's a mitigation block right there, right? So on this instance, you came to a low as your area of support. In this instance, you came to an order block as your area of support, and then you broke through. And then the price is running off on the plug. It ran off on the plug twice. We done broke through the 60-minute breaker. We done broke through the 4-hour breaker, and we heading toward that daily order block. This working out good. Looking like this may be setting us up for the Tuesday low to end the week bullish. Hopefully it work out like that, because I already got out of my puts. I already got my puts hit my target. I ain't having no FOMO over here just because we still dump. Shout out to homie Zay. I was talking to my homie Zay yesterday via text. Zay was like, "What? Man, you should have left. You should have. Why you ain't adjust?" I said, "I did adjust, Zay. I adjusted my target, but I locked in my original target. I like my original target was last week's equilibrium right here. This was my original target, right? Once we went past that, I locked in my profit for that target, and I was just going to see how far it would go. You know what I'm saying? It came back yesterday and stopped me out at my target. So I'm like, I'm happy. I'm not mad about that. And then he'll like, man, that thing dumping. He'll like, you got 100% and it went to 300%. I'm like, I know, but I got my target. You know what I'm saying? It been plenty of times where I tried to chase it and it reversed on me and I got stopped out for negative. So now I just stick to the script. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad that my target, it went farther than my target. So now, because I was just trying to scalp something until it set up, you know what I'm saying, a bounce. But I lost my train of thought now. But yeah, we getting down to the daily order block right now. Let me take this other stuff off because this breaker has been disrespected. It's been gone. This order block has been taken out. This mean threshold of this fair value gap has been blown through. This 4-hour breaker has been blown through. Now we're at the daily order block. We're at the daily order block. And that the mean threshold for that fair value gap was because the gap was from 4,005, and the bottom of the gap was at 39.6175. That was the hourly fair value gap I had the mean threshold marked out for. We've hit this daily order block again. It looked like we're trying to push to. I would love to see us take out this weekly sell side. I want us to take out this weekly sell side, and then I'll start looking for a reason to try to take me a swing to the long side. I'll start looking for a reason to take me a swing to the long side. Sitting here talking to y'all. Let me look here and see if I missed anything that I would have taken up here talking to y'all. Y'all better be glad I wouldn't have missed nothing, because it didn't give me nothing. It didn't give me my setup at all. So I ain't mad at y'all today. Looking at this, it ain't give me nothing that I would have taken for the style that I trade. Because looking at the 5-minute, let me mark my New York open. I ain't got none of my lines on the. Y'all can tell I ain't did nothing. I ain't got my midnight open, my New York open, or my London open on the screen. I ain't got nothing on the screen. Y'all can tell I ain't did nothing. What are these 5 minutes candles? Or 9:35? 9:35. We opened up at 39.99.75. 39.99.75. Copy. Okay. Oh man, what did I do? Oh, I hit the wrong thing. God dog it. It gave me the doggone rectangle. Hold on. So the bottom of this is 49.05. And the top of this is 38.40.25. Okay. So now there you go. Now I can't remember what I said that number was. Forget it. Just drag it to him. Just drag it. Because I can't remember what I said the number was. Not 30. All right. $255. Come on. Okay. That's even. Yes. And then it's 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock. All right. Okay, now that I done did all that. Yeah, I don't have anything that I would have taken coming from the open. So we dumping, but I don't have anything I would have got in this morning to take this short. We've taken out yesterday's sell side. We set an order block right there at yesterday's sell side. When I see stuff like that right there, that's the 5 minute. Let's go higher and see what it look like. When I see the market setting breadcrumbs at key levels like that, I'd be very leery of those areas. Like, that's giving me vibes of coming back up, hitting that, and going down. Like, why did you set that order block right at that low? Because, hey, little hawk, get off my screen. Why do you set that order block right at that low? You know what I'm saying? Because the order block job is to block it from going back through. It's to support the bias of the trend at that time. And you set an order block right at a prior low, right? We do got a fair value gap there on the 5 minute. So, and this is what I'll talk about before when I like on the fair value gap video, when not every gap is going to be a fair value gap. Like, what constitutes the fair value? You know what I'm saying? You got to like stay in sync with the algos when it comes to these gaps. So to figure out where the algo is going to constitute fair value, right? So when you get a move like this right here for this, let's look at this price leg right here, right? So looking at this price, and this don't always line up exactly, but this is just the way little Timmy Rogers do it. So I go from the top of this price leg, from this drop down to the bottom right now, right? So boom, you got a fair value gap right here at equilibrium, right next to a order block, right? So the algos, this, and on this price leg, we're still in the discount right here, right? So I wouldn't be looking at this fair value gap to short from, right? If I'm on this entire price leg right there, right? Because this right here is still in the discount. So I will be looking for it to get back to this order block, right, before trying to take something short. And then this right here would be fair value to me because I'm selling from this premium right here, right? This right here, this could be fair value to somebody. Somebody can be like, okay, this is right at equilibrium to me. So that's close enough to equilibrium. So that's a fair value. It's right at equilibrium. For me, this is still in the discount, right? So I wouldn't be trying to short from that all based off this price leg, right? So if I was looking at it from this part of the price leg, because we had a pause, we dropped, we paused, and we dropped. You see what I'm saying? We came down, paused, and then dropped. So now this price leg can be broke up into two sections, right? So now on this piece of the price leg, this gap right here, that's fair value for shorting from. But this gap right here, for me, that's not fair value to be shorting from, because that's still in the discount, right? So the algos can very well hit that and keep dropping, because they can be super bearish, and they not trying to go. They're just going to keep repricing lower and lower. But if you're looking at this entire price leg, now this fair value gap right here to little Timmy Rogers is a fair value, because it's pretty much at equilibrium, but it's in a slight premium. You see what I'm saying? But if I'm looking at the overall price leg, right, I wouldn't be looking to short from here for the overall price leg. I will be looking to short from here, from this piece of the price leg, right? But we on a 5-minute time frame, and we're shrinking. We're trading off of a 5-minute time frame, right? But when you look back at the hourly, right? You look back at the hourly time frame, right? Now on the higher time frame, right? This fair value gap that we're working on now, that's right there at the equilibrium of the price range. So on the hourly time frame, the fair value is all the way up here from this low to this high. If we close this without going back up, now that's the fair value right there of the hourly gap. You see what I'm saying? So now let's put a line right there. We're gonna put a line right there. At that right there. So boom. That's the top of the bottom. We just gonna pretend like this this gap already closed. The high of this 39.8025. 39.8025. Okay, we're just gonna pretend like that hourly fair value gap already closed. Now we're gonna go back down to the 5-minute time frame, right? Right, going down to the 5-minute time frame, and you look at it on the 5-minute right there. See there? What I was saying about the order block being at that prior low. See how that order block is at that prior low? That's why I be leery about stuff like that, because now you got that order block at that prior low that falls right pretty much in the mean threshold of that hourly fair value. You see what I'm saying? Now it's like that out. So if you're looking at the 5-minute time frame, like when I was like, I wouldn't be looking to short there. You could possibly short there, because that'll put you where? Back into the hourly fair value gap. If you take the shorts off of the touch of the gap, this fair value gap right there is in that hourly, right? This order block is in that hourly. This top 5-minute fair value gap is in that order. This is how sometimes when you take a trade on a fair value gap and it blows through it a little bit, you see how it's like a 5-minute fair value gap right there. So if it went through your hourly fair value gap a little bit to complete this 5-minute, right? On the hourly time frame, you'll be like, oh yeah, overshot it a little bit, but it's just coming to complete this 5-minute fair value gap, because this area right here is the true fair value on the hourly time frame. You see what I'm saying? That's why I was like, you got to understand what's fair value when you're messing with them fair value gaps, right? Every little gap ain't gonna be a fair value gap. You got to get in sync with the algos and see where's the fair value. Are we back at equilibrium? Are we above equilibrium? You see what I'm saying? Are we below equilibrium? That's what I be talking about when I say you got to look for what's fair value. We've been on here an hour and 15 minutes, man. I'm getting hungry. Let me see what y'all talk about in chat real quick. I'm on TOS. Oh yeah, TOS. It put it at the start of the candle. Yeah. That's why we was out of sync. Ninja Trader put it at the end of the time, and TOS put it at the start of the time. So yeah, you was looking at the right candles. You were looking at the right candles. So it's like, because my candle's gonna be 5 minutes behind yours. So you was looking at the right candles. All I wish y'all had seen that before. Then I wouldn't have been saying you looking at the wrong candles. Yep. Now that I can see the PDAs, thanks Spider Gang. I was looking at the order block the same exact way. That's what's up, Cool It. Looking for the scale. Looking for the scale. Looking for the scale. Yep. Looking for the scale. Hey, I appreciate y'all. Hold on. Let me see what y'all said. Y'all said, what did y'all say? Chunk out. The fibs, the order block breakdown on the fibs, and then the ATM, the order block breakdown, and the ATM, right? Them the ones that was, yes, partial G. Okay, yeah. Once I got it right, I'm gonna do it on the part when I got it. Shout out Mario, because I'm like, it's not this hard. Shout out Mario for somebody should have said, Tim, Mario said hit the ad, but my sweetie must be sleeping, because she would have been like, and then the fair value. Okay, I see you. I see you. So the order blocks, the Ninja Trader scaling, and the fair value. Okay, all right, got you. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me, man. I'm gonna do these clips and then get me something to eat, and I'll see y'all tonight at what time? 6:30. 6:30. I'll see y'all tonight at 6:30, man, for the price action recap. Oh, my sweetie say I'm here for the price action recap. Again, it didn't give me nothing that I would have shorted as far as like right now. The price is still sliding. Hopefully it get down and do what we was expecting it to, saying that it can possibly do. And then that way it'll be another fine example of, the market did exactly what we thought it was going to do. And then even if it don't do exactly what we thought it would do, we'll just go back and analyze why it didn't do as we expected. You know what I'm saying? Right now, it's playing out the way that we expected it to. Shout out anybody that's taking the opportunity to trust the process and getting any paper trades or live trades up to this point, based off your own analysis, based off the analysis that we shared together here on live, whatever it is. Salute you. If you're going to continue to trade today, please trade safe. If you're not going to trade, please take copious notes so you can go back and review what you saw today. And then I'll see y'all tonight at 6:30 for the price action recap. To the end, man, y'all be safe. Gone.